All right.
What is this heavy?
So I know you guys might not have had time to finish your writing, and you can continue with it while I'm reading, or you can continue it after I read, but it's time to read our book, American Born Chinese. We're down to the last 4 days of reading it. Yesterday, we kind of finished the story of the Monkey King. He finally figured out that he needed to be himself and not try to be something he wasn't. And he helped his mentor, and he became more humble, and he went off to live his life. And now we're back to the story of our very first character. We are on page 163. I want to make sure all the breakout rooms are closed before I do this. It looks like they are. Yeah. All right, American Born Chinese. Here we are. My mother once explained to me why she chose to marry my father. Of all the PhD students at the university, he had the thickest glasses, she said. That's weird. You have to do this for me, Wei Chen. I have to tell my parents I'm with you, or they're not going to let me out at all. Remember, he's going on a date with the girl. Classes meant long hours of studying. Long hours of studying meant a strong work ethic. It is lying. I cannot tell lies. Come on, my mom probably won't even call. Plus, it's not really lying. I'm with you now, aren't I? You're just telling a delayed truth. A strong work ethic meant a high salary. A high salary meant a good husband. Wait, Chen, I need you on this one. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. You were the one who told me this was a chanceable for my lifetime. Please. You concentrate on your studies now, Jin. Later, you can have any girl you want. Fine. For you, I tell lies. Ha! I knew you'd come through, man. I was forbidden to date until I had at least a master's degree. So this is actually, I think, the true story of this guy's family. He wasn't supposed to date, but he wanted to date. So this book is a little bit true from his life. I have a cousin, Charles, who's a few years older than me. Don't bother dating before you have your driver's license, he told me, long before I even cared about such matters. It's totally lame. Huff, huff. Charlie had breath that smelled of old rice, a Bruce Lee haircut, and parents even stricter than my own. So I always thought it was just sour grapes. Remember, his mom is telling him a story of her life. Huff, huff, huff. What's happening? Now I'm not quite so sure. Look at riding the bicycle with her on the front. You okay? Great. Ugh. He had to ride her to the movies because he's too young for a car. By the time we reached the theater, sneaking my arm around her during the movie was out of the question. Sniff. Whoa, he's all pitted out from the bike riding. They're sitting there nervous. Oh, it's about to start. Yeah, because they just learned off the tights. Yeah, he's nervous. He's saying silly things. He's so nervous on his date. I couldn't tell you the plot, any of the actors' names, or even the title. But that was the best movie I ever saw. Look at how nervous he is. He's like slobbering. During the funny moments, she giggled in my ear. During the dramatic moments, she clutched my shoulder. And during the quiet moments, I listened to her breathe. Here's his zap of lightning. 20 minutes before the credits, I got a jolt of confidence. I decided to make my move. Yawn. But I had to take care of something first. Sniff, sniff. Be right back. He's all pitted out, so he's running to the bathroom. What's he going to do? When my parents were growing up in China, neither of them had ever heard of, let alone used deodorant. So it never occurred to them to buy such a product for me. We're going to have health classes this year where I have to talk to you guys all about using deodorant because by fifth grade, kids start to get a little bit smelly. Fortunately, Charlie had some advice about this particular issue too. Get some of that powdered soap they got in bathroom stalls and rub it in your pits. It works the same as Right Guard. Pump, pump, putting the soap in his underarm. A man's coming in, sees him with the soap. Ah, zip. He had to get out in a hurry. Hey, just in time. I think he's going to tell her he loves her. Zzz, there's that confidence. Ah, the romantic part. You guys love the romantic parts of the movies? No way, you say. Yawn. Ooh, he put his hand around her. Oh, they're all cuddly. She's leaning in on him. He's so happy. What's going to happen? I didn't see it until after we'd left the theater. And when her Dad finally apologized for getting her birthday. I almost cried. Yeah, me too. What's that on her shoulder? What is it, you guys? It's the soap from the bathroom. Soap bubbles. So you want to go get milkshakes or something? Milkshakes, yum, Jen. There's this little ice cream shop down the street. Great. There they go. The bubbles had dissipated, which means gone away by the time we got our milkshakes, and Amelia gave no indication that she'd even noticed them. Still, questions haunted me. Was she just too polite to say anything? And if so, did she now think I was some sort of freak with bubbly armpit sweat? You got to admit, that's pretty funny. In desperation, I told Wei Chin about it the next morning. Ah, she probably doesn't even notice, Jin, but to make sure, I will find out for you. What? No, Wei Chin, you're just going to make it worse. Don't worry, I find out in a sneaky way like ninja. She will not suspect. You want to know, right? See, I find out for you. Oh, your mother called me while you were on the date. I talked to her for 2 hours, trying for her to forget why she called. And it worked, but now I must shop with her on Saturday. She will buy me shoes and an electric walk. Long story, but you owe me. Here they are in class. Hello, Amelia. Hi, Wei Chen. So how was the date with Jin? Good, it was good. Here's this other kid. Is that Danny? I actually had a lot of fun. Fun? How so? Was Jin nice? Sure. Funny? Yeah. Bubbly? What? Did he look something like Bubbles? Wei Chen, what are you talking about? Nothing. Forget I say anything. It was good that you had fun. Thumbs up. For the rest of the morning, I dreamt of our future. Want to go out this Friday? I love you. Marriage. What is that? Washing my clothes. I knew I was getting a little ahead of myself, but I couldn't help it. I was in love. They're there with a baby. I'm so happy. And that's where we're stopping for today. Do you think the author will keep
It's
going?
messed up.
Or do you think something will go wrong?
Something will go wrong, 100%.
100% something will go wrong.
100%. There's no way they